Hey guys, it's Powell, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a main dish that's not the turkey. Today our recipe is going to be chicken tetrazzini, and you can replace the chicken with turkey if you would like, because I know there's always a bunch of leftover. So let's get started with these ingredients. The first thing you're going to do for your chicken tetrazzini is preheat your oven to 375 degrees. The thing you're going to need is the chicken, or the turkey. You need approximately 3 12.5 ounce cans of chicken breast, or you can just use like whole chicken. A can of cream of mushroom, 1 stick of butter, a 12-ounce box of spaghetti noodles, a whole package of Velveeta cheese, and from our produce section, 1 yellow onion, 1 green pepper, bell pepper, 1 green bell pepper, and some celery. You're not going to use like a whole bunch of it, but you need some. The first thing we're going to do is get a pot over by the stove, start boiling some water so we can cook these noodles. So we're going to grab our noodles, just open up the package. Do not touch the stove, it is hot. Pour your noodles into the pot. That rhymed. Don't touch the stove. It is hot. Now pour your noodles in the pot. Now you just need your noodles to cook in this boiling hot water. Yummy! Okay, well now that our noodles are boiling, start chopping our vegetables. Get out your cutting board and a knife. We're going to start with our onion. As y'all have learned from my previous video, I like to cut off the nasty ends first. Now that those are out of the way, start peeling off all the brown, dry, flaky stuff. Now that our onion is no longer ugly and flaky and looks like it needs some lotion, all white and greenish, it's ready to chop up. So, get your knife and your onion and cut it safely. So we now have half our onion done. Let's cut the other one up. We have now cut up our whole onion. Success! Finally! But don't get your hopes up yet. This onion's making me cry. Yeet! It's just really hard work and I'm sweating through my eyeballs. Alright, so we have washed and cleaned our cutting board and our knife. And now we're going to start cutting our green onion. See, these are a lot easier because there's not so many layers. Get it? Onions and layers. Shrek. Dank memes. I hate myself. Get your knife and just start chopping this stem out. Cut out this stem. You don't need this big of a knife, but I don't want to dirty more utensils as I go. Now you can just basically pull it out, and that's the majority of it. If you cut it up into quadrants, or just in half even, you kind of have to cut it out like you're scooping it with your knife. Get your other side also. Just get them into strips, and then it's easier to cut them up into little cubes. Be sure to inch your fingers back because you don't want to cut them off, or we'll be having phalange tetrazzini. Now that we finished cutting our green bell peppers, let's put them in a bowl and put them next to our onions over by the stove and get chopping on this celery. We have our celery now on the washed cutting board with our washed knife. first start off with cutting off this nasty stuff. We're gonna start kind of far down. And I know some people may like this stuff, but I think it's disgusting, so I'm throwing this away. Now all you have to do is cut up in really small slices. Not a whole lot of work there. Okay, now that we're done cutting up all our veggies, we can finally start sauteing them in a large pan with our stick of butter. Your noodles will be done most likely probably already by this time, so dump out all the water, and of course don't dump out the noodles, you gotta keep those. And get your pan ready to saute your vegetables all together at the same time with your stick of butter. You're gonna put your stick of butter on the pan. It's gonna be on a high heat because we need it to melt fast, and we want to saute these veggies quickly so we can save ourselves some time. Now that our onions, our green peppers, and our celery are all sauteed together, we are going to add our noodles. Now we are going to put our chicken into a separate pan and get it all cooked up, and then add it to our noodles and our vegetables in a bowl. As you can see, the chicken is in this pan. It is cooking, and you do not dump out any of the juices once you open the can. You just want it all to go into the pan, and you want it to start to simmer / boil to add your cream of chicken. Okay, now that we have finished sauteing vegetables and our noodles, we scooped it all into this big bowl because we're going to mix everything together later. Now that our chicken is cooking, we are going to get a knife and our Velveeta cheese, and we're just going to cut it up so it melts faster. Now that your Velveeta cheese is in awkward chunks, stick it in your pan with your chicken and your soup. Alright, so now that we have our chicken, our cheese, and our soup in one pan, and our noodles and our vegetables in the other, we're going to pour our chicken, our cheese, and our soup into this big bowl. And start stirring up all these ingredients together. Gotta lick that spatula clean as always. So that's all in a bowl. We're gonna get our favorite size of pan. Can you guess it? I can. It's not my 13-inch pan. Get your cooking spray if you want. It's optional. I just really like spraying the pan. It's fun. Now, scoop everything into this pan. That's good. Now spread it around evenly. You want to kind of press it down just because there's some air bubbles that sit in between all the ingredients. So if you kind of press it down and pack it in, now we can finally put it in the oven. So we have put our chicken tetrazzini in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and we are going to cook it for 35 minutes and then take it out and put on our Parmesan cheese and put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. Okay, we have our Parmesan cheese ready to put on our chicken tetrazzini, and we can then put it back in the oven for 10 minutes. So we're just gonna open this and evenly spread it around. Oh my god. The cap wasn't even screwed on. Okay, Make sure your cap's on, my friends. Now it's completely covered in this grated Parmesan cheese. We can put it back in the oven for 10 minutes. Now we wait. It's time to take out our chicken tetrazzini. Chicken tetrazzini, fresh out the oven, ready to enjoy for your turkey day. My name is Powell Hauber, and thank you for supporting the Waukee Arrowhead. Have a good day. Where is that freaking chocolate? I thought you said the chocolate was up in the top cupboard. Oh wait, I know where it is. Ow. Have a good day.